Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I will be teaching you about FL Studio. We will be learning about this today: patterns, piano roll, tempo, the buttons on the top, which are right here, and the mixer. We'll be learning about a lot more later in the video, if we have more time. So, basically, I'll be teaching you about FL Studio. Today, the tutorial is going to be about the basics. Pretty much people who just started the program and have no idea what to do, no idea about the program, and nothing else. I'm sorry. I have a little cough, and I might need to drink some water. Basically, what you're going to do is open up FL Studio. FL Studio, Fruity Loop Studio. So basically, these are patterns. Patterns are different layers that you put into your playlist that play different sounds. Basically, you can make a 4-kick pattern and paste it into the playlist. If you go ahead and pattern 2, that's a different pattern, a different sound. You can do kick, clap, and paste that in the playlist. Together it sounds like, oh, hold on. Together it sounds like so. Technical difficulties. And that's not your song. Trust me. It's not a song. So, basically, next what we're going to learn, step sequencer. This is the step sequencer. Basically, it is what you make all your sounds in. You also use the piano roll, like here, to make different notes of sounds. And I recommend, if you're going to do a kick, make it C5. Only C5. Sounds weird. Wait. So, now, what's next? Let's see. Channels. Ah, yes. These are channels. Basically, they're different sounds that emit when you do these. There's snare, hat, and clap. Like so. So basically, you can add different channels by going to channels, add one, and all these channels will be here except some of them where you have to buy them and install them. Now I'll be explaining to you what these are, all these buttons and everything in the step sequencer. This is the mute button. You press it when it's dark, it's muted. It will not play whatsoever. If it's green, then it will play. For example, if I make a kick clap pattern, you can hear the kick clap, kick clap. Disable the kick, and you can only hear the clap. Disable the clap, and enable the kick, you can only hear the kick. So now these buttons are paneling buttons. If you twist it to the right, it'll play from the right ear, only the kick. If you twist to the left, it'll play from the left ear. And now I'm going to center it. These are volume. No matter what, the volume will always be 79%. It cannot be 80%, it cannot be 78%. It is always 79%. You can change the volume, of course, to 100% and 100%, but it's always going to be default 79%. Just back in. Alright, there we go. So this is all. Select all if you want to see all your channels. Select unsorted if you want to see only the unsorted channels or not from here. So now, let's see. Numbers, step sequencer, all the functions, what they do, channels. Alright, piano roll. Moving on to piano roll. I'm going to add a channel, add one. I'm going to select Nexus, because that's my favorite plugin. For some reason it doesn't want to load. Of course. There we go. So, Nexus loaded. You're going to have a different color which is going to be right here. It's going to be like so. It's going to be this color. But I don't want this color, so I'm going to choose this color. So basically, you don't have Nexus by default. You have to download Nexus, or not download it. You have to buy Nexus, which is a couple $100. It's really expensive, but it's worth it. So basically, what I'm going to choose is Dance Lead, my favorite Dance Lead, which is Super Saw Diamonds 4. And then I'm going to delete these, go into my piano roll. You do this by right-clicking piano roll. Alright, now I'm going to minimize it so you see less notes in one window, which I like that. And it's smaller. Alright, so basically, this is how you make notes. How you make notes. So basically, you left-click on any note you want. A sharp, B5, C6, C sharp, anything. And it'll make a note. It'll make a note. So go C5, sorry, C5. You can make it longer and shorter by going to the end, and you see these double arrows. When you see those double arrows, you can click and drag. Make this any size you want. Alright. Let's make a little melody of any kind. So basically I have your melody. And now let's see what else I have to explain. How it works, how to create notes, explain that. Oh, how it works. So basically these are different sounds on the piano. If you play the piano, this is great for you, and you know the notes. You just play the notes and paste them in here, basically. So you have the sharps, the normal notes. I don't even know what they're called because I don't even play the piano. So basically, there you go. So tools. You go down to here, this little arrow, downwards arrow. You go to tools, and you have a lot of tools here. A lot of tools. You have chop, quick chop, quantize. Pretty sure I pronounced that wrong, but quantize, which is Alt Q. If you make a note like so, short, a little short, you press Alt Q, and it will. Hold on. Let's say you have it magnetized at none, and you have a note like so, like it's halfway, and you want it on the line. You press Alt Q, and it goes on the line automatically. You press accept, and it's there. So I don't want it like that. I want it. Ooh, sorry. I'll explain this in a second. Alright. So basically, you have your melody. What's next? Ghost patterns. So basically, what ghost patterns is, ghost patterns are. Sorry, I can't speak. Ghost patterns are basically just patterns that you could see before on the same pattern, pretty much. So if you have two different patterns right here, say I have this piano roll, you got a piano roll, and then I expand it to like so, and just say E5, F5, G5, A5. But if I turn on ghost patterns, see where it is. It's in helpers. Helpers ghost channels. Sorry, it's ghost channels, and you can see the other notes right here. It won't do anything, but if you want to like copy them right over, do the same thing. Basically, it's a really helpful tool to see if you want to make shorter melodies like so. Just delete this. If you want to make half melodies like so, or short melodies like 16th notes, like so. C, Control B. I press E to get the selector tool that selects what you highlight, or highlight tool you could call it. Alright, there we go. So we got our 16th notes. These are 16th notes because you know that because you have 16 of them in one measure. This is a measure. Basically, it's from here to here. From 1 to 2. 2 to 3 is another measure. 1 to 3 is two measures. So basically, you subtract 3 from 1 and you get the amount of measures. So these are 16th notes. You can count them. Count these little lines, and you'll have 16 little bars in here in this measure. So basically, play this. There you go. So now, let's get on to the magnet. Now let's explain this. The magnet is where it glues to. See, now this is restricted to these four. I doubled these notes for some reason. There you go. These are restricted to these four. It cannot go in half. If you want it to go in half, you can select. What can you select? 6, I think. Well, it just glues to that. So if you have 1/4 note, like it glues to the size it already is. So it'll glue and go 1/6 over, 1/6 over, 1/6 over. Pretty much. And now I stick to 1/4 because I like the 4 notes, the 4 notes in one of these faded lines. So beats are different than steps. Beats are this. Oh, sorry, can't use my fingers. This is a beat. I'm pretty sure. No, hold on, sorry. This is a beat. This is a beat. This whole thing is a beat. And you have 4 of these in a beat. You could place 4 of them in one beat, like so. So now you have your magnet, and steps are different. I'm pretty sure steps are half a beat. Yeah, steps are half a beat. So this is a beat, like so. This is a whole beat, and this would be half a beat, or a step. So now you know about beats and steps. What's next? Magnet, pencil tool. Pencil is different than the brush. You can see by the cursor right here when I'm waving. This is a brush. You can see a brush. You could place notes like so, multiple notes, and change their levels. Which you could do that in FL Studio 11. I'm not sure about 12, but I mean, not FL Studio 12. FL Studio 10, it might be different, but I'm using FL Studio 10, so this is how it works. And the pencil tool is just delivering one note every time you click, wherever you click. Basically like so. For some reason, did something wrong. But so now you know about that. Brush and pencils, that's different. So selector is what the highlighter. I call it the highlighter or selector. I don't care. You can select different notes with the selector, which is E. The shortcut is E, but you have to disable this. This button right here is different. It switches your keyboard into an actual like piano. So if you select this, you will press like a random letter and it will play notes. If you deselect this, you will get little shortcuts that you use. So I'm gonna mess it up. Right. There we go. So by knowing the shortcuts, you can highlight over these buttons and you can see the letters right here where my cursor is. Select over it and you can see brush is B. I don't use any of these except cuts sometimes, which is C, selector, which is E, and pencil, which is P. Sorry, my cough is getting worse. Alright. Now we have something else. Explain the selector. Selector is E, pretty much. It selects the notes that... It's pretty much like a highlighter. It selects the notes that you go in that highlight area with this yellow box. You could do any size with this box and select all notes. By going on these notes right here, you could select everything in that little area, everything in this line, in those notes that you selected. So if you want to select C5, you press C, you go on C5. If you want to select C5 and B4, then you select all of these, go over here and select everything in that line, no matter how long it is. By selecting up here on this measure below the slider, then you select the things you want, the notes you want up below it, like so. Now, yeah. But if you select on top of that, you'll only see the sliders. So that's basically sliders. I mean selectors. Oh, I closed my notepad. Derp. Tutorial number 1. There we go. Let's see. What else? Selector slide. Slide. Oh yeah, slide. Slide can be only used in a couple plugins. It's not used in plugin. I mean, in Nexus plugin. Basically, this is the slide. This is the slide that makes it like the note go up to that note in that period of time. So if I select a slide right here, it will not work because this is Nexus, and Nexus does not come with slides. It cannot allow slides, basically. So if I try this, it won't work. But if I go in one of the plugins that work, that I know that works, which is Harmer, and I go to Harmer, and I go to back to the step sequencer and go to piano roll. I want to mute these two so you can hear it better. And then I make a note right here. Let's see, I make a C. Deselect this. I make a C5 note right here. And one way to make a shortcut to a slide is by holding the note you create. Or, you know, the easier way is just pressing slide and then pressing this. And after you're done using slide, you can deselect it. So now, I will let you hear the slide, what it does. It goes up to that note, to the end. If you make it shorter, then it'll go up to D5. At this point, it will be D5. Like so. That's what slide does. So, next. A, B, C. Cool. A, B, C, I love explaining this. Where did everything go? Alright, step sequencer, let's go back to my transpace. Now we see our notes, right? And you can see these letters right here. E6, D sharp, D6, C sharp, C6, B5, everything right here. By selecting A, B, C, you can see a piano type. Like you can see it on a piano. If you play the piano, I don't know why you use this, because you know the notes. I just like this more. So this is ABC. Now, what are chords? Chords, it's kind of hard to explain, but chords are something else. Chords are, I'm looking at right here. Chords are 3 notes hit at the same time, at the same exact time. This is a chord. Like so. No matter how bad it sounds, it's a chord. If 3 notes or more are hit at the same time, they're a chord. And I don't know why it's not playing. Ah, yes, because I disabled it. Alright. So, any 3 chords at the same time are... Any 3 notes that are hit at the same time, no matter how long it is, no matter how short it is, no matter how bad it sounds, it's still a chord if it's 3 or more notes at the same time. So this is a chord no matter how bad it sounds. So basically, basic chord. Let's play around this. So that's a chord. Melodies. Melodies are different. Melodies are the sound that you make for your song. That is a melody. That's easy to explain. Tempo. Finally, tempo. This is the tempo right here. This little box, which is labeled tempo. Tempo is a different beats per minute that you get. So if you get 130 beats per minute, you will have... Let's see. What am I doing? Alright, I'm pretty sure if it's like this, you get 130 beats per minute. You can count them and get 130, I'm pretty sure. But if you do this, or it's either this, I did before, or this. Pretty sure that's 130, but I don't know. So you can change it to 140 and it'll go faster. Notice how it's faster? Actually, I can do a better example. Like so. Boom, 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 boom. Remember that speed? And now go down to 130. Slower. 120. Slower. 110. Slower. And then you go down to up to 170. It's way faster. You go down up to 421. It's fast as fuck. So basically, there you go. That's your beats per minute. Makes it faster. Don't use it. Just make the beats faster, like so. I mean, of course, if the type of music you're making differs from the tempo, I will be making trance, so I'm pretty sure I'm sticking with 130 to 135. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Let's look it up later. So basically, sticking with 130. There you go. Let's see what else. Explain BPM. Buttons on the top. Buttons on the top. Oh, this is gonna be hard to explain. First thing you want to do, or first thing I want to explain. This at top, you can see BM, B and M. The highlighter tool is on M for me, because B is how many measures you're on. One something else, one something else. So basically, this counts as a measure. This counts as a measure, and this counts as a measure. So I like minutes. This is minutes. So it counts like how many seconds you have gone. Counts the seconds. That's what I like. Something else. Need some water. Ah, there we go. This is the play, stop, and record button. Play to play the thing, which is also spacebar. Stop, which is I don't even know. It just stops. So record is R, which records what you do. So if you're on the keyboard playing the piano and you have MIDI set up, you can use that, or you can use your keyboard by selecting this, of course. So we press record, everything. So I'm gonna do, and see, I want to record like something like so, like so. Press record, spacebar. You'll get a little metronome. So 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you have your notes right here. Those little kicks, and then you press R again to disable the record. Disable this, and then you get like that. It's easy as so. You probably want to quantize it after, because it records how long you press it. Let's see. This is a playlist. This is to activate the playlist. This is where you put all your songs. This is the step sequencer where you already explained this. This is where I put everything. This is the piano roll. This is piano roll where you put all your notes. You can also access the piano roll on the channel you want by right-clicking piano roll. Oh, jeez, my throat hurts. This is the library. The library on the side where you get all your packs and everything that you see before your eyes. You see that, and then you library. Just yeah, mixer. This is the mixer. I'll show you in a second what it does. This is the undo button, which is also Control Z, which is, I hope everybody knows that. This is save as button, which you cannot do that in the Jesus Christ, in the demo version. There we go. I explained those buttons at the top. I have no idea what this does. No idea what this does. No idea. This is the help button, I'm pretty sure. So this is the controller. If you have a, I have no idea what that does. Honestly, no idea. This is the metronome. hope you know what a metronome is. Metronome is like, it goes by beats. Like so. So yeah, I was right. This is one. You will get 130 beats like so per minute. You will hear 130 of these if you're selected 130 tempo. See what else? Got the metronome. Metronome. Don't know. Honestly, don't know. Seriously, do not know. There's a countdown before recording, so you get like 4 seconds before you record something. Like so. Don't ask me in the future. So you get 4 seconds before recording. Have more time. And this is, I already explained this, is a keyboard to piano thing. So it turns your keyboard into piano if you select it. Which I do not like because I like my shortcuts. I forgot what was selected. Whatever. So basically that's it. This is the monitor. The monitor sees how much sound. So as you can see here, the kick is shaped like this. This is the wave for the kick. If I click it, you see the same waves up here. So. And that's it. No, it's not. Damn it. Let's see. BM. What's BM? I already explained that. Sliders for volume and pitch. There we go. This is the volume and pitch. Let's get my 4 kicks out. Good boss. This is the volume. Volume is always 79%. I already explained that. Or, wait. No, it's always going to be 100% for this master volume. This is master volume for everything. Not for something, everything. So basically, you could activate it at 125%. It's going to be terrible sound because it destroys the sound quality, which it emits more sound than it should. This is the master pitch. See, you can hear this on a regular C5 note. If I disable the pitch, it will say like you got a little kid on a voice changer. It sounds like a guy, like an actual guy, like so. If I record something like blah blah blah, it's gonna sound like blah blah blah. It's that. And you can see the sense right there, everything right there. Put it at 0%. If I make it high, then it's gonna sound high pitch. Let's see. And that's basically it, I think. The mixer. Mixer. Okay, mixer. Oh, I forgot to explain these buttons. Derp. These are where you select your thing. Like, you select everything. I explained that wrong. When you... Jesus Christ. When you select something, like when you select this channel, you can press... Go to the mixer, go to insert, go to this down arrow, you can see link selected channels, which is this selected channel, to this track. You could add anything to that track. You could add you could add what could you add? You can add reverb, which it adds more like effect. It echoes. There we go. What am I doing? I'm recording. Alright, now you can select the echo on which other side. I'm not going to explain these plugins until later. You can add anything else you want, placing it, anything. Select none. And that's pretty much it. Let's see if I can explain something else. Tools, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, in the playlist, which is right here, that you could have all these tools too. Cut is like when you cut your notes, when you have like a thing and you want half of it, you cut half of it, delete the other half, and you have half of it. That's a brush. Brush is different in this because it just goes on and on, same thing. You can't go lower, you can't go higher. So that's basically it. It goes the same pattern over and over again. Pencil is the same thing. Go only the single one that you want to add. That's it. Pretty sure. I'll explain everything later. Tempo, this, that, 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 and that. Alright, thank you for tuning in to my first tutorial on FL Studio. When we continue, I will show you how to make music. How to make trance, actually, because I don't go making all the music. I used to make dubstep, but now I make trance. But anything. I will link below in the description my Facebook account. What the fuck am I saying? Facebook page, SoundCloud page. Shit, what else do I have? I don't even know. I'll link the things in the below so you can follow me. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook. Like my page on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter and more like so. So basically, thank you for tuning in and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like this video, favorite this video, comment on this video. Thank you. This is Kostas, and I'll see you another day.